Each of us knows at least one person who's a natural when they're around a group of people. That one person who everyone gravitates to and tries to speak with. And if you think about it, that's kind of a handy superpower when it comes to networking. That's why in this video, we'll show you how to become that person right after the cut. Hi everyone! Sometimes the best way to kill it at a networking function is to have everyone gravitate to you instead of you figuring out how to worm yourself into other people's conversations. It's about becoming a people person. And no matter what you might tell yourself, that's not something you're born with. It's a skill, just like everything else. That's why the team at Jobpostings.ca put together these 5 tips to make sure you're the center of attention at your next networking event. Well, you know, the good way. First off, don't be afraid to be open and vulnerable. We naturally gravitate to people who feel genuine and real. And one of the best ways to live those qualities is to be open and honest about your fears, flaws, and the things you don't know. By doing this, you make it easier for people to relate to you, be honest around you, and feel comfortable approaching you. I mean, think about it. If you tried to make yourself look too perfect, that would actually turn people off. Not because you're a bad person, but because they might find you intimidating. Sound familiar? Our second tip is to ask a lot of questions. The more questions you ask when talking to a person, especially thoughtful questions, the more that person will feel like you care about them and are interested in what they have to say. And more often than not, that person will mimic your curiosity by asking you a lot of questions in return. Oh, and if you're at a conference that features speakers, it's a good idea to ask thoughtful questions to the speaker during the Q&A. This will give you the opportunity to be seen and heard by the entire audience and give people an easy reference to spark a conversation with you once the networking session begins. Similar to that point, it's also important to listen without judging. This tip is usually harder for guys to learn than women, but it's most important to learn how to listen to people without immediately jumping to offer advice. Sometimes people just want to vent. And that's why it's important to listen actively, show that you care about what they're talking about, and only share your ideas or feedback when asked. Our fourth tip is to work your body language. Nothing makes you look more welcoming than positive body language. Now, there's a bunch of videos about this that you can watch later, but as a general rule, if you want to attract people, you need to keep your body gestures open, no crossed arms or legs, focus your attention on the person you're talking to, nod actively when someone's talking to you, and if you're a hand talker, then keep your palms facing out. And finally, our last tip is to be a ball of positivity. And the best way to do that, even if you're having a bad day, is to smile. It sounds simple, but studies have shown that in social settings, the more you smile, the friendlier and more approachable people will find you. If you can follow these tips, then you'll turn into Mr. and Ms. Popularity in no time. Thanks so much for watching this Jobpostings.ca Job Hunt video. Be sure to leave a comment below to tell us what you thought about today's career tips. Maybe you have a couple of your own that you'd like to share. And if you have any questions about this video or have requests for future job tip videos, please let us know. We'll do our best to answer everybody. In the meantime, if you like this video, please click the like button or share it with your friends. And don't forget to click the subscribe button below.